Oh, Hitmaker.
Yeah. 3, what's going on, man? What's going on, Letterman? How you been?
I'm just watching the divide and conquer between the fans. it's kind of crazy. That's the only part I hate about this whole thing is the split. And you can see it so vividly.
Bro, I tried.
I'm not getting involved in that shit, man.
I tried, bro.
I'm here for the music, though. That's it.
You got that?
I haven't heard it yet, though, but I'm gonna do the knowledge for it, of course.
Huh?
You know, I haven't heard the whole project yet, though. But of course.
Why not?
So tonight, I'm gonna listen tonight.
Oh, okay.
I gotta review it, Royce. I gotta review it. Y'all know how we do over here at PSA. We gotta review it, man. We gotta talk about it.
I want you to.
Nigga, what's good, man?
Ain't nothing, man.
You know I love you like cook food, man.
I'm chilling, man.
You know, it's funny because I got love for everybody and shit. I tell people all the time, you a good brother. The conversation you and I have off this shit is dope, right? I got love for Joel. I got love for Crook. I got love for Joe. I do feel that you, and correct me if I'm wrong, Royce, I feel like you've had to play the middleman in this whole thing, even when Slaughterhouse was together. Am I right on that?
The middleman?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm usually the bridge between two people.
The mediator to everything, basically.
If I can be, yeah. I take that position if I can be, if it's something I can do about it.
What'd you think of the project?
What do I think of it? What do you mean?
Well, you've heard it, right?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts of hearing 1 through whatever? I mean, what you thought about it? What you think about it?
You mean like quality-wise?
Quality-wise, music, concepts, the title, like, you know what I mean? Across the board.
It's cool. It's like did you hear Hard?
Yeah, I love Hard.
Yeah, it remind me of something like that. Just with the obvious stuff added to it. I obviously don't like none of the divisive shit, but I mean the rapping is always gonna be good. They don't even need to be present for the rap to be good. But I mean, if you into that, then it just sounds like a sad album.
A sad album?
To me, it just sounds
okay.
Sad. Sound like a pity party.
Now, when fans hear you say that, Royce, you know the first thing they're gonna say you hating, right? You know this. I know you don't give a fuck, but you know this culture. They run with that narrative.
Right? I don't give a fuck. I give a fuck. I give a fuck what my fans think. I'm a fan of my fans. How about that? You ever heard of that before?
I've heard of it before. Definitely heard of that before, brother. Definitely heard of that before. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to I want to hear it, though. I want to hear what these brothers got to say, man.
Oh, you hating. It ain't nothing but a couple shots at you, nigga. You ain't die. Shut up. But did you die, though? Did you die? Okay, then. Shut up.
Did you die, though? Do you feel like...
I didn't die.
I didn't die. Okay.
Did you die? But did you die?
Who called it worse?
Right,
you or Joe?
Support it then, nigga. Huh?
Who called it worse? You or Joe?
Of course, Joe.
Joe. I figured that.
Man.
I figured that. Headshots.
They ain't got no fire for me. I ain't did nothing to nobody.
I do feel. I'm gonna tell you how I feel as a fan. I feel Joel and Crook, and I've said this before on a blog. I felt like, okay, Royce, if Joe's not rapping no more, we still want you to rap, right? And I live by this theory.
Why you keep saying that?
I feel that way, Royce.
Yeah, but why? Based off what? Why you keep saying Joe not rapping no more?
He don't rap. Royce, you were Grammy nominated. These brothers dropped hard. Joel dropped a solo project. Crook had a dope verse with Papoose. Y'all outside. Joe not outside.
Why Joe got to be outside? He's doing a podcast.
All right, let me go before we go. I want to go here real quick. If I'm Crook and Joel and I say, Royce, I still want to keep Slaughterhouse afloat, right? I feel, listening to Joel and Crook, they felt that, yo, well, damn, you can't rap with us because Joe not here. We not nice enough for you to rap with us. That's what I feel when I listen to those brothers speak.
All right, so what if I told you that? What if we did numerous Zoom calls about taking the brand off of the label, and we got the brand off of the label, and all of us are on the same page, all on the same cause. Nobody giving nobody a reason to think that anybody is not rapping. And then I just come and ask you, what's up with the 3-man group? For what? Why are you asking me that? There is no 3-man group. You got all 4 members present. There's no need to have that conversation. Would you prefer Slaughterhouse without Joe?
Personally, no. But
do you?
But hold on.
Like,
but I do feel.
Okay, well, let's say this.
Hold on, Royce.
No. Hold
on, Royce.
Like, if me and you are in a group and we disagree on something, should my course of action be to just cut you out?
No.
Who the fuck would I be? Who would I think I am to where I can just cut somebody out because they're not agreeing with something that I'm bringing to the table?
But if this
there is no such thing as a 3-man group, bro. Slaughterhouse is a 4-man group. So everybody keep bringing up a 3-man group. There is no such thing. I don't understand why that's so hard for people to understand. Have you ever seen the 3-man album from us?
No.
Then what the fuck are we talking about, bro?
But hold on. If to the fans though, Royce, if we're looking at Joe Budden as podcast Joe, and he's not rapping, he's not into hip hop like that anymore, and you drop an allegory, your brothers and them still dropping music, I feel there should never be a time when Royce the 5'9" drops a project, and I don't hear Crooked and Joel on a song, and when Crooked and Joel drop hard, Royce should have a verse on there. That's what I feel.
Well, they didn't ask me to be on the fucking album. Crook on my album.
Yes, you got yes,
What project of mine came out that I didn't make them a part?
Yeah, that's a fact. No, I'm saying just moving forward. But
so what are we talking about?
Royce.
Because I'm in the line of fire. I'm trying to figure out how do I get in the line of fire? Please explain this to me.
I just feel that they felt that since Joe wasn't rapping and they wanted you to rap and still keep Slaughterhouse name afloat, then maybe you were straying away from that because, like you just said, it's a 4-man group. They still want to rap.
They still want to rap. They've been rapping.
With the 3 of y'all, though. With the 3 of y'all.
Bruh, Joe done said on numerous occasions, he's not doing no more solo albums. He's not rapping on Shady. He about ownership. If we he said it on Math Podcast. He said it everywhere. He said, if we take it off Shady, I'm with that.
Right.
So what we talking about? He was on the same Zoom calls as everybody else. What we talking about? Now, if you don't want Joe to be a part of it, that's another conversation, but you got to be honest. You can't put that on me because I said a long time ago, I'm never doing anything with just 3 members, including shows. And every time an opportunity became available for us to do shows that Joe wasn't willing to do, they did the same thing to me every time. Regardless of respecting my wishes, they still called me and said, Royce, we need you to do this. And I did every single one of them. I didn't turn down not one. Nobody has a reason to have any issue with me like I wronged them. And I'm the only one who gets stuck doing shows with 3 members. I've done shows with one of them missing in every different variation. I'm the only one in the group who's done that.
How do you feel about that, though? When you're caught in that, when you're in that
I'm cool. I'm cool with it all the way up until it turns around. It ends in me getting stabbed in the back and then being blamed for getting stabbed in my back. How the fuck you stab me in the back and then you mad at me because I feel the way about it?
It just, let me ask you a question. I was, when you guys were on Instagram Live the other day, right? And Joel said it took all this for you guys to get together, basically. I'm paraphrasing right now. How did you feel when he said that, though?
It took all of what?
It took all this talking and videos and to get everybody on the same accord and get everybody together, like you, Joe, and Joel on a live the other day. You know what I'm saying? Because they made it sound like it was so hard for communication purposes. It seemed like it's miscommunication and no communication.
Yeah, it seemed like it's miscommunication.
Right.
It seemed like that because of comments like that. Now, if somebody like me comes behind that, you ask me about it, and I tell you we were communicating just fine. And these motherfuckers just came from out of nowhere with burning pigs, accusing us of not being reachable. Y'all not gonna believe that because y'all don't even want to, you can't imagine seeing Crook in that light. Well, imagine how I feel about it. I held him to the same regard as you. Now imagine me looking this man in the face and he lying about everything. How you think that make me feel? If you got to shoot a move, if you got to make a move, and the move that you make catches everybody that you're in business with off guard, and it also turns a portion of the fans against your business partners, and it creates an atmosphere that's negative, then you did something wrong. Nothing I did caused this, bruh. I didn't make no moves. I didn't send a cease and desist. I didn't put in a claim for nothing. All I did was just said how I feel about it. My feelings doesn't stop anything that they're doing. They're making all the moves. And everybody like, Royce, fix it. 1 minute I'm the leader. The next minute I'm Kelly Rowland. Then I'm a dick rider. I can't defend him. I can't defend nobody. Then I'm soft. Then I'm scared to rap. All of these things. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like people just shuffling lives, just playing with people's lives. You know, forget the fact that, you know, a nigga put 10 years of blood, sweat, and tears into something and finally got to a point where we own something. Crooked don't own Hitmaker. Like he talking like he's a fucking businessman, but he don't own nothing. He owns Slaughterhouse. So for him to be like, I'll relinquish my rights to Slaughterhouse. To do what, nigga? Like even if we couldn't agree, even if we got to a point where we didn't agree on what kind of music we were gonna do or when we were gonna do it, we still got past catalog and we still can relaunch the brand, sell merch, do anything. How can I sell you a t-shirt if you just went on a whole fucking campaign about how you don't fuck with me no more? How is that smart? I know y'all want to hear raps. I get it. I like to hear Cricket rap too.
Right.
But how is that smart? And then what's wrong with Joe for being very, very particular about ownership? What's wrong with that, bro? How many more advances do niggas want to take? How many? Niggas been doing that for 20 years. You getting in all these different situations and never seeing the back end. It's not the wrong way to do shit. It's like if that's the way you want to do it, then cool. But don't condemn somebody else's way. That's not what collaborating is. And Slaughterhouse didn't make it this far by if somebody don't agree on the idea, then you just go sneak and do some shit and then let the whole world know the Slaughterhouse is over with without letting the niggas know who you in the group with. How the fuck you gonna dump me publicly, nigga? You could have let me know you was dumping me. I'd have been cool with that. Because if Joe would have did something like this, nobody would have had a problem understanding how foul that is. Because everybody's triggered by Joe. He's easy to hate. So, you know, it would have been...
He's the easy target. We did 4 of y'all.
It would have been easy to understand. Everybody would have became fucking rocket scientists. I see clearly what Joe was doing. He backstabbed, you know what I'm saying? Like it would have been all of that. But since it's them two niggas and they playing the victim at our expense, and it's just like, yo, I'm disappointed. All I said was I'm disappointed. You know what I got back? Oh man, stop acting like Royce. Stop acting like Joe ain't arrogant, man. He don't answer the phone.
That phone thing though was
what?
No, because it made it sound like Joe was igging Crook's calls. Because Crook kept talking about, listen, last year I interviewed Crook and I, right? And all he kept talking about was trying to get Slaughterhouse back together. So to the fans, it seemed like he was going hard body and trying to get the group back together. And for whatever reason, it did happen.
Trying to get the group back together. We never broke up.
But that's when you got Joel saying when he does shows and everything, Royce, he's tired of fans coming up to him asking him, yo, what the fuck is going on with Slaughterhouse? When we gonna get some music with you guys? Because that's always the conversation though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. That's part of it.
Yeah.
That's just comes along with being 4 solo artists and deciding that we gonna come together and do a group. So there were like plenty of down periods. It was plenty of downtime. There was plenty of periods where we wasn't just on the same page and recording with each other.
And the arrogance part about Joe is when he's the SMD or saying I'm better than y'all.
I thought that was cringy. I didn't like the I'm better than you niggas. I didn't like that.
Okay.
I told you that. So it's not that I'm saying,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Fine. That's fine. My thing is, what does that have to do with anything?
Because I think when you say that to your members in the group, Royce, let's be honest, you and Joe are like the, I don't want to say the outspoken members of Slaughterhouse, right? But look at it now. It's like it's Royce and Joe versus Crooked and Joel, right?
My brother.
And when Joe makes that comment, like I would think if I'm Joel and Crook, like damn, my nigga, you thought you was better than us this whole time? Like a nigga can't tell me I'm better than you and we in a group. I do a show with Watson. He can't tell me I'm better than you. I wouldn't say that to him either. You get what I'm saying?
Why not?
Respect fact as a man.
Because out of respect as a man.
Right, as a man.
Right. So I agree with you.
Right.
Because of the type of person that I am.
Right.
But if I'm in a group with somebody and we agree to be in a group with each other and we accept each other for what we are.
Right.
And there's gonna be some things about you that I may not like. And like how you treat me, if I can't function in that environment based off of how you treat me, then I have to do something about that. Or not.
Mm.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It has nothing
Right.
to do with business. I could treat you like I can fucking walk eggshells around you and tell you that you're the greatest thing since sliced bread. And it won't matter because the fans gonna feel about you what they feel about you anyway. Who the fuck cares, man? Everybody got paid the same thing.
And you're right,
so
because guess what?
Who cares who thinks who's better than who? And then it's like when it comes to the whole disrespect thing, the goalpost gets moved around too much. We far past the point of somebody taking a moral position and being able to command respect. Them two niggas is in no position to command respect from anybody. You got to give respect to get respect. You disrespect somebody, don't get all sensitive when they disrespect you back, even if he's wrong. I don't like the fact that I called Lupe a bitch. I don't
You
like
told me
that
that.
I did that.
You told me that off air and on air, but that's real
Yes.
talk. That's a fact.
Yes. I don't like the fact that I did that, but you know what? Things happen. Things happen when you attempt to air things out on a public platform. That's something that I'm working on, but I don't wish I could take it back, and I'm not apologizing for it because he was acting like a bitch.
Mm.
I just want to do better at speaking to my friends. But at the end of the day, it don't have nothing to do with nothing because he didn't have to get offended by the shit. We could have just kept doing the podcast.
I don't know if you want to leak this out though, but when I speak to you off air, everything you say to me here, to the people, is what you told me off air. So that's why I say to people,
listen, let me tell you something.
I can't hate Royce because he's the same nigga.
Let me tell you something. One thing about me,
right?
Like every man has something that they stand on, they hang their hat on, that they pride themselves on. You know, success is subjective to the end. It's unique to the individual. For me personally, I need to be able to look myself in the mirror at night. I need to be able to sleep well at night. Right. I need to know that I'm not reaping the benefits of anything, whether it's from collaborating with somebody or because I have a relationship with somebody and I'm able to reap the benefits from the close nature of our relationship, and I'm able to achieve anything based off of a talent that I was blessed with. I just feel like none of that shit is free. So I'm always trying to give it back. Always trying to give it back, and I pride myself on integrity. You know what I mean? I don't need you to believe that I'm telling the truth.
Right.
But if you call me a liar, I take that as an insult. Because for a couple of reasons. One, because I don't lie, bro. I just don't. Number two, the fact that you think I have a reason to lie to you or anybody, bro. I'm Royce the 5'9", bro. Nobody's gonna come fire me, remove me, silence me. There's no repercussion that comes along with me lying to anybody. Why do I gotta lie? I can just tell, listen, if we shut the deal down and that's how it went, then I would just say that. I wouldn't have no problem saying that, bro, because I would be well within my right to do that too. So it doesn't really matter. It still would have been fine. So I'm just telling the truth because I like to live in the center of my truth. That's it. You know what I mean? So I don't hold too many people to that same standard. I do feel like respect should always be reciprocated, but it shouldn't be commanded. You shouldn't command respect if you're not willing to give it. Don't command something from me that you're not willing to reciprocate.
If
You
you
know
had
what
an
I mean?
opportunity, if you and Crook and I could talk right now, what would you say to him?
It ain't nothing to say. What is it to say?
Well, in terms of relationship, Royce, and it seems like you have more issues with, you feel a way about Crook more than you feel about Joel. That's why I proposed
I
that
feel a
question to
way.
you.
I feel a way about what they did, but I have more of an emotional invested interest in Crooked Eye as a person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's just one of those things where I have an issue with the issue. I have an issue with what was done, the action. The individual, listen, man, I could always forgive Crooked. I don't need him to apologize to me because it's not going to change anything. It's not going to make me feel better about it. We all taking the same L. It's the same L across the board. 25, 25, 25, 20. It's all of us take the same L.
Can you elaborate when you say L though? Can you elaborate to the people that's here why you say that though?
This is an L. This is an L because it's the end of Slaughterhouse. This is the nail in the coffin. Up until this move, it was absolutely happening. 100%. The only reason why it's not happening is because of that album and the way that they did it. So if they could have figured out a way to do that where they didn't have to do it at our expense and make it so messy and make us out to look like something that we're not and try to control our narrative, we would have been fine.
But what if there's what if there's no malicious rhymes towards you guys? Or Royce, you and I come from the era of diss tracks, right? What if there's nothing malicious towards no stain on Royce the 5'9's name or Joe's name, where it's no Ether, Takeover, Ice Cube, no Vaseline type shit, comment bitching you? We're not hearing those type of material. You know what I'm saying?
You're not hearing it. What do you mean you're not hearing it? You heard it.
The length of being nasty is what I'm saying.
Listen. You hearing the same thing that I'm hearing, but you're interpreting it your way.
Right.
And I'm interpreting it my way.
Right. Of course.
But how you feel about it, I'm not trying to change how you feel about it.
Right. I know you're not.
You feel how you feel about it. That's fine.
Right.
I'm talking about the way that it affects me. I qualify more than anybody.
That's a fact.
To be able to say if my man is on some bullshit. I don't need you to believe me because I'm not here to like gain, like the following of the people. I don't pander to the fans, bro. I'm not an employee of the people. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about that.
Right.
So I'm here to, when I hear that my name is associated with a narrative that was created by somebody else, I'm just real big on, I don't like my name being associated with something where I'm not in control of the narrative and I'm not being painted exactly like what all of my actions represent. That's all you owe me. You don't owe me nothing else.
Does it piss you off that the fans feel like, okay, now we got Crooked and Joel telling their story? Royce, we're demanding you to go in the booth now and give us your version of the Rise and Fall of Slaughterhouse, the sequel or the remix version.
No, it don't piss me off, but it intrigues me. And after the Lupe situation, I think it speaks to the fact that the fans don't really think too highly of rappers. Like the things that they think that we do, like in their minds, like the way that they think that we're supposed to handle things, they have a very goofy vision of what we are. And you got to be careful when you do certain things and you make certain moves because it sets off a chain reaction. It's like a snowball rolling down the hill.
Yeah, trickle down effect.
Like just because of the atmosphere that was created, that's what caused that girl on that show who does not know me from a can of paint to call me Kelly Rowland. So it's like, you have no idea who you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And it's because I can't really fault her because niggas is out there playing. I don't play, man. I don't play with people and I don't let people play with me.
Right.
So it's like when you play with my name and then use semantics and say, I'm just speaking my truth, but you're speaking for me and you playing with my name. Now you got other people playing with my name. And it was the same thing when I went through the shit with Lupe and Mickey and them, like Averb just out of nowhere started addressing me. It's like, my nigga, what? Why are you addressing me, bro? I don't know you. Like, and wow. That's what y'all do in that world. Well, maybe I'm in the wrong place. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody did this before this. So it's like, I just looked at it and was like, yo, I got to get away from this, man, because there's only but so much so many times I could turn the cheek. I could allow people to feel like niggas killed me in a battle. I'm all right with that.
Mm.
But for niggas to think it's cool to just play around with me, and then how I feel about it is taken as an overreaction, I'm just gonna end up in jail. So I don't think it's worth it. You know what I mean?
No, it's not worth the hell no, Royce. Come on now. Nah. We too mature on that. And you know what I'm saying? Nah,
Yeah. Like, I don't want to have no problem with nobody.
Yeah, that's at all. Period. Like I don't even want to have that conversation, right? You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
I definitely don't want to have a rap off with nobody. What the fuck is this, Crush Groove?
Showing our age right now, bro. Showing our age right now. You know what I'm saying? For real. What do you say to people that say, "Oh, Royce be too emotional" and all that? What do you say to that? I see that a lot though. Like, "Oh, you're 3. Why your man Royce always emotional?" What do you say to that? We were both cancer, so I don't know if that's how we move. I don't know.
Listen, my brother.
All right.
I don't know what's up with the word emotional. You know, where that became one of the taboo spots, one of the stigmatized spots with us. Hear me and hear me clear for all of you niggas that's cool with 3-letter man who calling me emotional. I'll 100% agree. I'm 1,000% emotional about my family, my relationships, my art, and my name.
Right.
I'm gonna get emotional about those things. I'm gonna get very emotional about those things. And just be lucky that I ain't been putting action with those words, because that's normally what I do with no problem. I'm always gonna get emotional. If you don't have something in your life to be emotional about, that's your fucking problem. I don't care about people from a distance talking at me and saying stuff about me. Deal with me manually. See me somewhere and call me emotional and see how that work out for you. Big guys, small guys, tall guys, rappers, singers, come one, come all.
We're not doing that, Royce. We're not doing that.
Yes, we are.
Royce, you're not doing that, Royce.
Because in order to speak on something, you either have an issue with it or you're just making an observation. If you're just making an observation, then you're entitled to that. If you have an issue with it, do something about it. That's what I'm into. Because if I got an issue, I'm gonna do something about it.
Right.
And contrary to popular belief, my course of action for everything in life don't always involve a fucking rap. I don't just be sitting around rapping in dark rooms with a fucking Ouija board in front of me. Sometimes I get angry and then
with a backpack.
Sometimes I get angry. Sometimes I get angry and I got to go talk to my therapist. Sometimes I get angry and call Preem. Sometimes you got to find that person that you cool with that's calm all the time.
That's you to me though. You're calm all the time when I talk to you. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah, I'm calm all the time. Ain't nothing happened. Ain't nothing happened that for me to get all super fucked up about. It's just unfortunate shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like somebody hurt somebody that's dear to me or something like that. Like, I felt the way about some of the bars, you know, that Mickey and them said, Lupe and them said. Shit, they felt the way about some of the bars I said.
And it's funny you said that though. To go back to Mickey and Lupe, are you also looking at it like man, I just